Out today for the stand-up guys. So obviously I managed to get through from Blenheim today to Kaikoura. I've been on the phone with Craig over the last 24 hours. We can all see that obviously this weather system that started really on Sunday in Dunedin has come up the South Island and is now sort of transitioning across into Wairarapa and the Turarua Ranges in the north. But I think probably it'd be fair to say that the area that's been hit hardest is Kaikoura. Without a doubt. And I just want to acknowledge the Mayor, controllers, police and FENS, especially police in St John's. One of the big concerns yesterday is we had a young girl here, 10 years old, and also, of course, one of the team here from the council that were not well. They needed urgent medical attention, and it was just quite simply the outstanding work of the Mayor, the council team, police and St John's in particular, that they were able to be evacuated out and are safely now in hospital in Blenheim, which was great to see. You can see obviously with the breach of the Kowhai River, that sparked an immediate evacuation. The response there has been outstanding from what I can see. I want to acknowledge the local iwi and marae. That was initially, there was up to, I think when Craig was checking yesterday, they had 170 people up there. Or a significant amount of people, and obviously you've had some other community facilities that have been opened to provide support as well. Today we were able to get the NH90 from Christchurch into Kaikoura. They brought 11 highly trained and skilled personnel to come into the EOC to provide some cover and some support to the staff that are here, who by now are probably there's a bit of fatigue starting to set in, so it's good to see them here. While we had the NH90 up here, we did go up with the Mayor, with some of the council staff, to be able to actually try and get a real visual picture of the damage that has occurred. That wasn't as easy as what it normally is, because quite simply the weather, as you can see, is still clagged in. We still had low cloud, but there were some good images that were captured that the council staff can go back now and analyse in terms of getting a real clear picture around the damage and what has occurred. Obviously, there is a declaration underway. This is still a response. There's still a lot of work being done by the teams. There's still a lot of evaluation to do. And of course, always my job is to be here to make sure that from central government we provide the support and we surge any support in that is required to help with that response. And with that, I'll hand over to Craig.
Mark. Okay, I've left my notes behind. Right, firstly, I'd like to thank and commend the community on looking after each other and how everyone's worked together. It's not over, unfortunately, but we are getting there. So the banks are still a concern, and the weather as well. Can I just grab them, Mark? I don't want to miss too much here, sorry. Thank you. And I want to acknowledge everyone involved, including emergency service, council staff, contractors, volunteers, welfare teams, partner agencies who've been working around the clock to keep our community safe, and it has been around the clock. I know people are eager for certainty and a return to normal as quickly as possible. We share that desire. But decisions about opening roads or reopening roads and affected areas will only be made when it is safe. We have to have bridges assessed and everything before. We've got roads still washed out south. So south's going to be some time. Bit of news on that later. And I want to reassure residents that every decision is being guided by expert advice and the safety of our communities, visitors and response personnel. Thank you again for your patience, cooperation and understanding. We will continue to provide updates as assessments progress, and we remain focused on keeping our community safe. Thank you. Pete or Matt?
I'd probably just echo what the Minister and the Mayor have said. Certainly a big shout out to all the support services that have been out there, particularly FENS, police, the medical centre, as well as the Marae Fundamental for the support that's been given to the community. obviously from our side of the EOC staff have been overwhelmingly great. For a lot of us, it's been quite a new experience, so a lot of learning curves there. And again, just the community input as well, and everyone looking after themselves has been fabulous. So from our side, yeah, echoing what the Minister said, the teams are out there doing everything they can to assess the damage and come up with what damage estimates look like. We're working hard with NZTA around when the roads will be opening. At this stage, we've just had confirmation a few minutes ago that NZTA have said that State Highway 1 going north will be open at 5 p.m. So we will put more communication out on that. But at this stage, while the NZTA are doing their structural assessments, we will be waiting out for further details on State Highway 1 south. Same with all the local roads that we've closed, a number of local roads that we've closed. We've kept the community updated on those. Similarly with NZTA, the teams are out there on the ground. As soon as we understand more about when those works can be completed, we'll keep the community updated on that.
Any questions?
Yeah, how many people, or will people continue to be out of their homes tonight?
So last night we had about 150 people at the Marae, so again, a huge thank you to them for catering for that. That number then reduced to probably about 40 to 50 that are staying at the Marae. At this stage, anybody whose property that's been affected or were asked to evacuate their homes, we're requesting that they stay put in the Marae or where they're staying for now until we get the rapid assessments done and we give the all clear for people to go home.
Does that account for how many people are staying with friends or family or neighbours?
No, so at this stage, this is only based on those that we know that are staying at locations. The team are out at the moment currently doing the assessments on the properties. So at this stage, we'll work through that number once we have the teams come back.
We've just been at the Marae and they said everyone local has left. There's no one local left, there's only tourists. So I'm just wondering.
So yeah, from our side, those are the numbers we've got working with at the moment. As soon as we've got something more firmed up, we'll be able to come back to you on that.
The Marae were also quite concerned that the council put out information yesterday to the media that they were full. They have on hearsay that a family spent the night in the car because they thought there was nowhere they could stay. What are we going to do to improve these systems?
Yeah, so I mean, there's certainly a lot of communication that's going out there outside of official channels.
No, this was from the council, yeah, the Kaikoura District Council.
Okay.
And so
Yeah,
the media
something-
repeated it, of course, not knowing that it wasn't correct.
Sure. Something for us to look at with the team. We'll look into that.
In terms of those local roads, we've seen run tracks, washouts, things like that. Is that what you're dealing with? Are you still assessing it? What are you seeing out and about on those local roads?
Yes, I mean, the team, obviously, as the Minister was saying, they've just been out on the NH90 helicopter now. It's been quite difficult to do full assessments beforehand. A lot of the photos and evidence we've had coming back shows it's significant damage, a lot of bridges and abutments washed away. So at this stage, we're still forming that full picture, and the team are working through that. But yeah, significant local damage to bridges and roads.
Do you know how many households are without power still?
From what I'm led to understand, most of the power's been restored. So I'm expecting it's less, well, about a handful potentially that won't have power. But yeah, at this stage, I'm not aware of larger numbers not having power anymore. So again, thanks to Main Power for getting that sorted.
The stopback fix that the Mayor mentioned on the radio today, was that a temporary one or is that something more permanent? How is that repair in place?
They'll be repairing it as should be. So everything's got it done, layered, packed and brought up. Unfortunately, the river started coming up again while they were trying to work on it, so safety is full out.
Because what you said, it sounded like it was a wee bit tenuous, right? It was pretty touch and go at one point.
Last night, very much so. Yeah, it was referred to us as a skin, is what was left. So, and it was about when the rain stopped shortly thereafter, which gave me great relief.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
wait, sorry, one other question about the river. Do you have any figures on how full it was? I know ECAN said their river gauge broke on Sunday, so they didn't have any official figures they could give us, but was it at a record level? Do we know yet, Ko-Fi?
Well, when it breached, it was actually coming over the top rather than blowing a hole in it. So I don't have a meter either, so I'll say plenty. I had another word I've been on using on TV.
Were there any concerns that NZTA maps have been showing that inland route, I know you picked it up on the radio today, was open? I know technically that's not a state highway, it's not their issue, but anyone looking at those maps would have seen that as open, and as you pointed out, it's very clearly not accessible?
No, yeah, definitely concerns about that. Not to blame NZTA on that. So it's not, I'd dearly love it to be their road. It gets used as such in and out. So yeah, something else that needs sharpening up. But yeah, definitely not open.
In fact, we've heard that gap where the bridge was washed away may have in fact grown, that kind of void is now
Yep.
bigger than it was.
Yep.
It's more crumbling away into the river. Or...
The whole bridge is gone. I'm being told by Angela behind you there, so she lives out that way. We couldn't quite get up there, so yeah.
Thank you.
All good. Thanks.
Yeah, I think I was just going to say one of the challenges with this event has been when you talk about the NZTA, is actually it's moved through multiple jurisdictions, local governments, regional government, and so that has without a doubt posed some challenges. But I just have to say that overall the response has been outstanding, right from starting in Dunedin. I was in Blenheim yesterday, same here in Kaikoura. When you have these events, information is critical. But people should, I'm just coming back to the person that was in their car, if they come to the council, they will get some support, some advice. We don't want people sleeping in cars.
Unfortunately, I guess we're getting a lot more practice at these events, aren't you? Or councils and government.
Look, that's just our reality now. They're more frequent, but the good thing is that the response is very good and the recovery, and actually the strength of your response will dictate how good your recovery is as well. So, and I just remind everyone that we are still in a response phase here. So look after your neighbours, use your own danger sense, keep checking up regularly on information, stay off roads that are closed, stay out of floodwaters, all that basic sort of, attention to your own. The best response, in my experience, with these events for us as a country is a whole of society one. So everyone recognising that they have got some personal responsibility and there are things that they can do to help assist in the response. We've got world-class first responders. We've got outstanding leadership from council and our EOC teams. We've got community groups. We've got iwi and hapu that are very good at emergency management, rural trusts. Everyone comes together. We end up having a very strong response to these events, and that's what we want to keep doing. Yeah.
Kaikōura Mayor Craig, you mentioned on the radio there's only 2 assessors to be doing this assessment work for the homes. When you mentioned you get more of a team away from Christchurch today, did that include more people to try and speed that up? Or
I've only just got back into the building. I can't answer that. I'm pretty sure that the team that come in is to give the EMs a break.
right, so we are theoretically looking at just those 2 assessors going around.
At present, yeah.
Cool. Thank you.